Hello again. Well, it's been a long time coming, but we're finally getting some serious sizzle here on the west coast of Canada. And with all this sunshine, let's start off by taking a look at the sunflowers. These first couple of plants are for the Sunflower Challenge 2020 under the category of the tallest sunflower grown in a container. I don't think I'm going to win any prizes for this one. This is a type called Kong, and at the moment it's about 5 foot tall in platform shoes. But I do like it, and I'm thinking that next year I might do the same again, but put a whole bunch of bedding plants around the base of it. That'll probably look really nice. This second sunflower is a type called Pike's Peak, and I'm full of hope on this one. The idea is to get it to climb the drain pipe to the roof, and if you include the bin, I'm halfway there already. There's still another 8 weeks to go in this competition, so lots of time. The idea of this area here was to have a bit of a display of sunflowers and wildflowers, but it's not really worked out. The wildflowers are a bit dense and the sunflowers are a bit random, and the 9-bark shrub to the left has doubled in size since the early spring, so it all looks a bit scruffy. And this one here is a teddy bear sunflower. Now I always thought that teddy bear sunflowers grew about 2 feet high, kind of like that one is down here. But this one, I mean, that's got to be at least 6 feet high. That's taller than me. There we go. What would that be, 6'2"? I will try to tidy it up a little over the next month or so, because there's some really nice sunflowers in here. In fact, some of them are already over 12 feet tall. At the front of the house I planted a whole bunch of black oil sunflowers, and these are the sunflowers that are used for microgreen seeds and for bird seed. Now, I knew that they didn't grow very tall, but for some reason I thought the heads would be larger than they are. And when you think of all the bird seed around and all the microgreen seed, then they must harvest millions of acres of these things every year. I've been really good this year at succession sowing on the lettuce. We've been sowing consistently every 2 weeks, and we haven't been short of fresh lettuce at all. But I think I've probably been sowing a little bit too much, and so I've crunched some numbers, and I figure that me and Mrs. Coleman get through about 4 lettuces a week, and then we do like to share some too, mainly with the slugs, but family, friends and neighbours do occasionally get some. And I figure that if we do about 6 lettuces a week, that should be enough and maybe give us a little bit to spare. So what I'm going to start doing is exactly that. I'm going to sow 6 of these cells per week, and I'm going to try and keep it going. I'm going to try and keep it going right through the winter, because with the setup that I have here, there's no reason why I shouldn't do that at all. Now, because of the heat at this time of year, I will be taking these inside of the garage to germinate, because that is the coolest place on the whole of the property. I have enough room for about 8 rows of 6 lettuces, plus I've got a few spare squares in these square foot gardens, so I've got enough room for a continuous supply, as long as I remember to keep sowing and to keep planting along. Our favourite type of lettuce is constantly changing, so it's important to us to keep changing the types we grow. And thankfully, lettuce comes in all kinds of shapes, sizes, textures and colours, so we can end up with something that looks good and tastes good, as well as being healthy. Lettuce is one of our go-to staples, and we eat it year round. Now, admittedly, we eat more of it during the summer than we do the winter, but generally we don't stop. And so if we can grow it year round, then why not? Okay, I'm going to empty a couple of pots of potatoes. I don't really like doing potato reveals on a Saturday afternoon, because the noise around here gets pretty bad. Somebody will start cutting the lawn soon, and the planes will be coming over the top, but I'll do my best, and I'll try and edit out anything that sounds a little bit too noisy. Okay, that's got the mulch off the top. This first one is I believe it's a Yukon Gold, which normally grows pretty well here. But I did a couple of dumps earlier in a couple of potato reveals, should we say, earlier in the season, and they weren't that brilliant. Now, I didn't notice that we didn't have a lot of flowering on the potatoes this year, which is something I've mentioned to a few people, but apparently it doesn't really make a big difference whether or not they flower. They still will produce tubers, and I just did some research on that this morning, but not been very happy. They've not been that big, you know. Okay, that's from 2 potatoes. Not that brilliant, but I don't know, we'll wash them up, we'll see what they look like. These are Northern Reds, and these ones normally do well in these parts too. So let's see what these throw up at us. Just little, really. Little ones. Oh, we're getting a few. Or maybe it's just that they're easier to see. Yep, so that's about it. The Northern Reds have come through. Fairly happy with that. We'll wash them up and we'll get a weight on them. Okay, so I'm just going to get a combined weight on these. I'm not really that worried about the weights. We are going to have enough potatoes. We'll see what we've got. Alright, so we have a combined weight of 3 pounds 11 ounces. So that's under a pound a spud. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic, and you know what? I don't see this season getting any better. Just looking at a few of these, and quite a few of them are pretty scabby, which I'm not happy about. They will get eaten, of course, but I don't know. I think I look forward to better potato growing days. I've been growing these solanums this year, 2 types, golden pearls and garden huckleberry, and the golden pearls are about ready, and I promised you that I would give you a taste test as soon as they were ready. However, it's pretty hot out here right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest a few, I'm going to take them into the garage, and then we'll do the taste test. Oh, it's a lot cooler in here. It's just under 30 degrees, and out there it's closer to 40 degrees, and in a few minutes time I'm going to be in that pool. But yeah, these are the solanum golden pearls. Now the first thing is the size of them. When I saw them on the packet, for some reason I had in my head that these were going to be the size of cherries, and they're not. They're probably smaller than a blackcurrant. And then as far as taste wise goes, now these are nice and ripe. Sweet. All I taste is sweet. They don't really taste of anything, but they are sweet. So I guess sweet nothing. Sweet FA. Yeah, I don't know. Mrs. Coleman might like them. I'm neither here nor there with them, but I'm glad I've grown them. I've given them a go. A bit later on we'll try the garden huckleberry. They need a little bit longer. They're still a little bit hard, and they say you can get a stomachache off those if you have them too early. But these are, I don't know. Anyway, that's about it for now. Right now I think it's time for a beer. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you haven't subscribed, ding the bell. Till next time, cheers.